Hi guys, welcome to the Rule of Two, where the Star Wars news saga continues. I'm Terrence, and I am back. And I know it's been a while before you guys say it. It's been a while since I've done one of these Rule of Two videos, but now I actually have a reason to do a video because the Acolyte trailer just dropped, basically announcing the show for real to be airing on Disney Plus in upcoming June is where I believe I saw at the end of the trailer. It was when it's going to come out, which seems like a very long time away, especially when we're in this era where I kind of want it now. So to wait a couple more months kind of seems like I'm going to die before that happens. But until then, I wanted to give you guys my reaction about what I thought about the trailer. Now, I'm not going to go into full detail breakdown on this because I don't have the time and I probably don't have all of the knowledge, because I want to say right now in this trailer, I have no idea what's really going on. I don't know the characters. I barely know the actors that are actually playing the characters and what's going on. So we're actually going to talk about that. So one of the first things that I noticed in the trailer is that we kind of start off with being in a classroom with a bunch of young Jedi or younglings. So it made me think, what era is this actually taking place in for this series? Is it going to be like right before the prequels, or at least during the prequel? I mean, it can't be during the prequel time frame, but right before the prequels, which would put us too close to the saga, and I really don't want that. So I'm hoping that it's not the case. I'm hoping that this is just another classroom of younglings throughout history, and this is actually going to take place in the Old Republic. The Old Republic is probably the most interesting part of Star Wars for me because I haven't seen it yet. I mean, with some games that kind of deal with it and some lore and some books that kind of deal with it, but I want to see it on screen, and I would prefer that this takes place and it loses its grip or having to fit into a puzzle piece for the rest of the saga itself, all our 9 films. And the so on and so forth TV series that already have to force themselves into that saga. Let's just do something separate to where it actually can exist on its own, and you guys can do whatever you want with what you want to with this property going forward. So I'm hoping for that. Next thing I noticed in the trailer is that it looks like our antagonist of this film seems to be hunting the Jedi. So is this a period of time where the Jedi are actually hunted? Is this particular antagonist a Sith? It seems like they're Jedi trained because they seem to know how to wield a lightsaber. They also know how to fight hand to hand and be able to take down a Jedi. You actually have to be Jedi trained. No normal person can just go and do that. And I mean, maybe a Mandalorian or something like that. But if that's the case, I kind of really want to know exactly what this person represents. Are they representing a Sith? Is this something that it's a fallen Jedi? I mean, I'm really interested in this character, but I have no clue who this character is, and it really bothers me when I have no particular information on this particular character. But yes, Terrence, you said you wanted it to be its own thing, and they could just make it what they want. Yes, that's true, but sometimes I kind of want to know who it is as well. All right. Other things that I noticed in this trailer, since our antagonist seems to be hunting a Jedi, I want to know who's going to be the big overall bad. I don't feel like this particular woman is going to be the overall bad for this series. Seems like that's just a foot soldier or maybe an apprentice or an acolyte for some other big bad. But once again, it brings me back to, where does this take place? Because a lot of the internet is saying is that this could be the rise of Palpatine, which puts it too close to the saga, which is what I really don't want. And I feel like Palpatine's story's already been told. I don't really need to know the beginnings. But one part of his beginning that would be interesting is to kind of know Darth Plagueis, because we all had that little clip.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
And so I would really be interested in that. But then again, it just runs me right into Palpatine, and do I really? Because then we maybe have to address, Anakin and Luke and all that. I don't want all that stuff. So what I actually propose, and which I'm actually hoping, is that we go all the way back to the Rule of Two. I want to see maybe the beginning of Darth Bane, or when Darth Bane introduces the Rule of Two. I would be more interested in that, because once again, Old Republic, I want to see that scene from the video games where it's a bunch of Sith lined up and a bunch of Jedi lined up and they all battle it out. I'm kind of tired of seeing just 2 Sith kind of take on a herd of Jedi and kind of mow them all down. It doesn't seem fair, and it seems like the Jedi are kind of this fodder for the Sith. I'd rather see a full battle, or at least give me the lead up to where they decide to change their their ways to just limit it to just two people? What are the things that they're going through where they just can't exist together as one particular Sith group? I would be very, very interested to see something like that instead of you just making it Palpatine. Maybe Plagueis might be in it. Other thing that I noticed in here, going back to our antagonist who's actually hunting down the Sith, it seems that we're getting more hand-to-hand combat. I thought that was Carrie-Anne Moss in this trailer, and if there was anybody that you're going to get in it, the Matrix Queen herself, Carrie-Anne Moss, would be a great choice to do some type of martial arts scenes. And I'm sure they'll add more, known martial artists into some of the episodes going forward. But it really gives an opportunity to kind of expand out the Terra Kasai. We got to see it a little bit in Solo, but I really hope that they do more with it. I mean, because what happens when a Jedi loses? I mean, they can bring the lightsaber back, but what if they can't? What if it gets destroyed? How are they going to fight? So I would like to see more of the Terra Kasai on screen, and it looks like that's what we're going to get. I hope the fight scenes come off really, really well, because in some scenes where they do it, it does seem a little bit slow, and then some of it a little bit too much wire work. So I mean, I want it to be grounded and feel forceful when they're doing it, but I don't want them to go over the top. I still want it to be enjoyable. Now, other thing that I noticed in here is that we got a shot of a Wookiee. Yes, who is this Wookiee? Is it? I'm sure it's too bad. I'm sure it's too old to be young Chewie, and it didn't seem to be the right color, but this is Chewie's wife. Another reason why I don't want this to be set around the sequel, around the saga itself, because I don't want to be wondering where's Chewbacca during this stuff. I don't want to be wondering if he's Chewbacca, where's Yoda in this? Where's young Yoda? I don't want to do that. I want to know. I've already seen young Yoda in the prequels, or young-ish Yoda in the prequels. I want to move on to different characters. Maybe they'll show me different character I've never seen. I mean, even in The Mandalorian or in the Book of Boba Fett, we got a different Wookiee there. So, I mean, you obviously giving us a new Wookiee would not be, I mean, they live a long time. I think they live like 200 years or something like that. So, I mean, their race should still be there or not. It should be within this time frame, regardless. But I would like to not have to be thinking about where everybody else is in the universe when I see one character that might be familiar. So just make them all not familiar characters. So that's one of the things that I saw from this trailer. Once again, I have no idea what's really going on. All I know is that the Jedi are being hunted. I don't know who these characters are, and I don't know where we're going in this story. All good things for Star Wars, as a Star Wars fan, for me at least, for as long as I've been a Star Wars fan. But I'm reaching out to you guys right now. If you know more about it, please put it in the comments below. Help me out, so that way to give me more stuff to talk about, and I will be more informed, #research, when I do more videos going forward. But now, since this is actually going to come out until June, I should be doing these videos a lot more often, because I'm sure they'll be releasing little tidbits and more information about the show that we'll definitely talk about on the show going forward. All right, so with that being said, make sure you subscribe, as well as click the notification button, so that way you're aware of all the other videos that we do drop on here on the channel. And make sure you go get some of our merch, and you'll find the links in the description below. So once again, you guys take care. May the Force be with you. Always. Wait, guys, are you still here? I'm glad you're still here. All right, so if you look down, I mean, it's somewhere over here. Look down. We actually have a Patreon. So if you guys watch the show and you really like what we want to do, and you want to help support the show, and you want to help me get an editor so I can get to sleep at night because I'm really tired, and you guys see all my mistakes in the episodes, so please go to patreon.com/thegoods. Give us a penny, give us a nickel, give us $1.
Just don't give us the finger.
Don't do that. But make sure you do donate something, because we do have some giveaways. There's posters, there's t-shirts, there's...
I'll sign something for you.
Exactly. So take a look, guys, and help us out. We appreciate it.